All right, guys, I'm finally back after this really long break. As you know, I haven't posted in more than a week, so I'm so sorry. But we're back. I'm probably gonna be uploading last, but I did take a very needed break from this. But I'll be back to uploading on both Lasty News, Lasty Gaming, and of course the weather community with weather follower and weather coverage. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Atlantic primarily because we now have this new disturbance that has been designated by the National Hurricane Center, which does have a 50% chance of developing. So we're going to be taking a look at that, as the models and everything related to that system to give you guys the latest information if your designated location could have impact in the future, or if you need to prepare for a potential storm. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more updates again to know if your exact location could be impacted by a major system. All right, so the National Hurricane Center has designated this a 50% chance of forming. And now, if we read this, they do say a broad area of low pressure is expected to form over the Western Caribbean. So somewhere in this orange circle there, they're expecting a low pressure to form. They're giving it a 50% chance to become a tropical depression, but they are expecting it to at least become a low pressure system. So obviously bringing some rain. And environmental conditions are expected to be conductive for some. So they're saying some development. It's not going to rapidly intensify, and so they're saying because of that, a tropical depression could form late this week or this weekend while the system moves slowly westward. So for some background information, this system is kind of a mix, but it's currently located kind of here. Let's just say that it's an area of low pressure, kind of stuck with a tropical wave. So it's going to be moving slowly westward. And National Hurricane Center is saying, well, when it gets into this orange area, this is where it has a 50% chance of becoming a tropical depression. Now, after that, it is so uncertain, guys. You're going to be seeing how uncertain it is. We've had models taking it like this. We've had and have models going like that. We have models going like this. We have models going like that. It is extremely uncertain where this will go, and we'll take a look at that. So first off, taking a quick look at the IR loop, just a little bit of a looking at a wide Atlantic. We do notice a couple of different things. So this is tropical wave, and we actually have somewhat of maybe like a low pressure here trying to form, stuck to that tropical wave, but really, mostly this is just like this tropical wave, right? So this tropical wave, we believe that this is what will then form into a low pressure or a tropical depression over here. Although it could be a totally different system, because as we know, there's those thunderstorms and clouds come from the Amazon forest here and do spin up storm. It is going to be at the end of a cold front tail, and that actually could be this cold front right here, which is going to be moving in, and then we might get a low pressure spinning off on the low of this cold front right here as it moves through. So we've got a little bit of different possibilities, but really it's going to be a system that's going to be forming here, whether it's going to be on the end of that cold front or from that tropical wave, or a mix of both in this general location. Other than that, of course, you do have this kind of cold front, jet stream, tropical wave, tropical wave, tropical wave, tropical wave, tropical wave. So quite a bit of tropical waves, not expected to form, of course. Remnants of Josephine are somewhere around here, I believe. And then, of course, we do have just some disturbed weather in the northern Atlantic. Again, not much expected to form there. Okay, so here looking at this is what I was talking about, that low pressure, and you can clearly see that low pressure here located right around here. So this is that low pressure that I was saying is kind of connecting with that tropical wave. You can see here the magnetic tropical wave with that low pressure connected onto it. So if everything goes like we think, this is going to keep moving that way, which is why this could actually be what forms into this tropical cyclone. But we actually also have this cold front here, and as we know, systems do spin up on the end of those cold fronts. But that's what we thought at the beginning, but that's getting a little bit less likely. And the likeliness is that this moves into there, and then that low pressure continues to spin up. And as you can see, the tropical waves I was showing you guys, they're also there with that low pressure guiding everything, of course, towards the northwest. Okay, so taking a look at kind of the development situation. So as you can see, week one valid September 30 to October 6th. So that is this week. We have a moderate tropical cyclone formation chance, which is National Hurricane Center has it as a 50% chance, and as you can see, they agree moderate chance for it to form in the northern Caribbean there. So same thing there, and then they also have a above average precipitation, and that's going to be, of course, from that tropical wave moving through. Now, if we follow that, it looks like from what they think, this actually kind of shows it going like this if we of course follow that precipitation. Now, in week two, we don't have any chances of tropical formation, just possibly some more rainfall here and there, but really nothing too bad. Looking elsewhere in the world, of course, we did have a system that formed here, and then we have that hurricane or strong tropical storm there. All right, so now let's have a quick look at the models, because of course that's what we're like, what the models are thinking, so that we can kind of get an opinion on this. So here's the GFS valid for 12Z Tuesday, September 29th. So as we look at this, first of all, we can see here that low pressure system located right here, or my bad, this low pressure system located right here, connected, of course, to this tropical wave, like I said. So as we get into the next couple of days, again, that low pressure, and it is the same one, it moves through with that tropical wave. So we're pretty much certain that, we still have that cold front, but we're probably not get a low pressure forming from that cold front, if that makes sense. And as you can see, once again, that same low pressure continues through here and actually ends up all the way down there. Now we see the trend towards the system more towards the south, so we'll see if that continues. Then it actually makes a landfall in the Yucatan Peninsula and kind of degenerates. So if we go back to the track from this GFS, right, it shows it's going like this and then like that. So really not much, maybe a tropical storm, tropical depression. But believe it or not, the old, like last week's track or earlier this week, the GFS was showing on every model it doing this, right? And now we've seen a trend towards a totally different thing. So we've seen all the models showing this, now all the models showing this, and at some point a lot of models were showing this. So again, it's gonna change. Maybe in the next couple of model runs, they're gonna start showing it. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but maybe they're gonna start showing it, go straight up, or maybe they're gonna start showing it do that. So we just don't quite yet know. But if we go to that exact same moment here, let's go, for example, to our 84. If we take that same exact frame and move it to the CMC, very similar story, but even more to the south. You can see the CMC actually really never develops it because it keeps it over North Central America. But then actually, my bad, take that back. Then it finally, this model actually kind of keeps it down here and then pushes it back up and finally forms up there. So a tiny bit of a different things, and then it actually starts gaining some strength and becoming a Category 1 hurricane heading for the Florida Peninsula or the Florida Panhandle. So again, different perspective. One showing it do this, and now we have one showing it do that. So two formation in the exact same spot, both small showing forming in the exact same spot, but just a different scenario. So again, we're gonna quickly look at the icon. Icon also shows it forming there in the Northern Caribbean, and then the European model also shows a system, but it actually shows the same as the GFS. Alright, so now getting into the October tracks, and as you can see, October storms tend to form pretty much where this is expected to form, which is really unfortunate. And as you can see here, they tend to track like this. And at the beginning, where all the models were showing it do this. So I just found it really funny that actually the models were showing it do exactly what storms in October usually do. So just something to kind of keep in mind. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown video of everything right now that's happening. As always, if you'd like to subscribe, do so. Of course, it's kind of your choice, of course, but I would really appreciate it if you would like to subscribe. So go ahead and do that. And hopefully, I do see you guys in the next video as we continue to track the system for potential future formation. Thanks, everyone. And also, as you can see here, the Euro and the GFS both show tropical wave near Yucatan on Sunday. So, yeah.